Good afternoon. Next news. Gene Hackman and wife Betsy Arakawa lived, like hoarders, before their tragic deaths. Find out more. National Examiner. Beloved actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, were saddled with credit card debt at the time of their tragic deaths in February. And their sprawling New Mexico home was stuffed full of junk, sources recently told Globe. The 95-year-old French Connection legend reportedly owed almost $100,000 to Citibank, and Betsy, 65, racked. Below are your comments. Let these folks rest in peace, JFC. In general, the elderly, especially when challenged with health changes, pick up after themselves far less than what they may have done all their lives. I saw this in my elderly friends who were the who's who of socialites, having hosted countless party events at their very large and immaculate homes. To continually buy perhaps duplicates of things and not return unneeded items or donating them as RT of decluttering is not even in thought, compounded by having unlimited funds. Not a priority. These images are not necessarily hoarding emo. Gene Hackman was an incredible actor. Let him rest in peace along with his wife. This is not an accurate report. If you watch the video of the police entering and examining the property after their deaths were reported, you'll see that most of their house did not look like this. A few rooms were very messy, but their large house also had a vast expanse that was very nice, open, and clean. Gene was old enough to remember the Depression, or at least the end of it, when stuff was worth more money because nobody had any. My wife's parents were born about the same time and suffered greatly. Although they died millionaires, my mother-in-law still saved bread bags, milk jugs, and a lot more. They just couldn't overcome what they had endured. My mother was born in 1938 in a very poor section of Cleveland's near West Side. She told me once that they usually had food, but some families ate lard on bread for supper. Remembering this, I bought some lard and spread it on toast for a meal. Not bad, it tasted like grease. Why toast? God love the old people, they've seen so much. Someone worth $80 million is not considered saddled with debt for $104,000 CC debt. Get real. I hope someone will see what your house looks like when you're 90 plus and can't keep up with daily living, and have kids that don't check in or offer to help out. This is such a shame. The article identifies Mr. Beckman as a beloved actor, yet dishonored him by displaying the condition of his private home. There are many seniors that are no longer able to maintain the upkeep of their homes and sometimes personal hygiene. They, therefore, isolate themselves. They certainly could have afforded a housekeeper. His wife disregarded her health attempting to care for her husband. They should be afforded privacy and allowed to rest in peace. The rooms look sloppy, but not a hoarder situation. Gene Hackman was a talented and private man. Let's leave it at that and let them rest in peace. Saddled with debt implies they cannot pay it off. They would have no problem with their estate. Releasing these photos is an invasion of privacy, which should not be allowed. Kind of rude to call them hoarders and post credit card balances. With their net worth, these balances are nothing. I think when a news outlets post these kinds of personal information, then the people at 5he News outlets should post their same info. I'm sure Gene and his wife came from low or middle income backgrounds, so they saw values, cost, and expense with everything they have, so it was hard to let go of things. The house looks lived in. Messy. Not hoarders. Hoarding is on a different level than what these pics reveal. Take pics of average people who actually live home 24/7 like this couple did, and let's see what their place looks like. Most often it will be a mess. Americans are fixated on clean everything. Even clean food. Ugh. They did not live like hoarders. I've seen the videos. Let these folks rest in peace. That may be true, but it isn't anyone's business except the family. His children should be ashamed. When my dad got older, I cleaned for him and called daily to make sure he was okay until I moved him in with me to be his caregiver until he passed. That's what children should do. No thanks, may they rip. Leave them alone already. Was this story really warranted? Show some respect. He was worth $80 million and had $100,000 and $4,000 in debt. That's not even a debt. That's good credit usage. Anyone try to be a caregiver for a 90-year-old with dementia for 1 week and then comment on it? Why? Oh, you think you have an idea of the difficulty, but you don't. There are people making $60K a year with the much debt. This makes no sense. Didn't they have accountants, lawyers, a manager? Didn't they know how much they had in the bank? On top of it, daughters not talking to him in 2 years? Why were they left all alone? I don't understand at all. She could have hired help to clean out and then help for both of them. Not everything needs to be told. No matter what you do in this life, all your dirty laundry comes out at the end. Just the way it is in this world now. People want the dirt and won't stop until they get it. It is not our business how they lived. Why do people think we need to know all this personal informa? Tian? Let them and their memories rest in peace. That's just a bit of clutter, not really hoarding. I wish this couple would be left alone, but it looks like she just had a lot of stuff. Too bad she didn't have help come in and donate things she didn't need then downsize. Why is this relevant now? Leave it alone and let them be. Please subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, please thumbs up.